Let's imagine there's a boy who's been living on his parents' farm for 20 years. On this farm, his parents have been growing tomatoes for 20 years. And one day, it's time for him to leave and start his own farm. So his parents give him a big bag of tomato seeds and they send him on his way. And when he gets to his new farm, he looks at his open field, his empty field, and he thinks, you know what? I actually want to grow courgettes. But all he saw for 20 years was tomatoes. So he at this point in time, he doesn't know how to grow courgettes. So he just plants his tomato seeds, and he's like, I really wanna grow courgettes. And he's planting them, and he's hoping like that they're gonna grow courgettes. Lo and behold, the tomato seeds produce tomatoes. And he's there and he's frustrated and he's like, man, I want courgettes. And so he's like, what should I do? And so he's like, okay, I know. I know what courgettes look like, so I'll go to the tomatoes and I'll turn them into courgettes. So he starts painting the tomatoes. When they're ripe, he starts painting them green. He starts cutting them and trying to make them into the shape of courgettes. But he feels frustrated when he finds that he cuts them open and there's still tomatoes inside. And one day he meets an older farmer who tells him about his challenge, and the older farmer tells him, if you want to grow courgettes, you need to go to the core of a courgette. You need to plant courgette seeds. The field is your life. Your thoughts, feelings, and behavior are the fruit or the vegetables that grow in your field. If you want to change the fruit and vegetables that grow on your field, you need to start planting different seeds. You need to go to the core mechanism of what is growing these fruit and vegetables. And the core mechanism that drives your thoughts, feelings, and behavior is your self-image. Your self-image is an unconscious collection of ideas in your mind about who you are. And when you have a certain self-image, everything flows from that. When your brain believes that you are a tomato, everything that flows from you flows like a tomato. If you want to become a courgette, you need to start planting courgette seeds. And you need to modify your self-image. Here's how you do that. Your self-image is developed through your experiences. Your brain looks at your experiences and starts concluding, oh, I am this kind of person. So if you've had a lot of experiences that your brain has interpreted as meaning, I am a failure or I am not good enough, your brain takes that on and starts believing that. And then everything that flows from that must be in accordance with the idea that you are a failure and that you're not good enough. So as much as you consciously want to succeed, if your brain believes that you are a failure, then you will behave in that way, because the brain must maintain consistency with what it has concluded the world is like and what you are like. And this is the beautiful thing. While your self-image is developed through experiences, your brain cannot distinguish, and studies have shown this, that your brain cannot distinguish between an actual experience and an imagined experience. That's why, if right now, you can try this, pause this video and try this, shut your eyes and pretend that you're about to go bungee jumping. You're on a big tower, you're looking down, you're like 100 meters up, and you're like strapped to a bungee and you're about to jump. Like really put yourself there in as much detail as possible. And you'll find that if you do that, your heart starts beating faster. Because the body is responding to what it believes you're experiencing. The brain cannot distinguish between an actual experience and an imagined experience. Here's why that's helpful. If you want to change your self-image, one of the powerful things that you can do to do that is start imagining having experiences that the person you want to become would have. As you do that, so basically you start imagining a field of courgettes, and you're telling your brain, I am someone who has a field of courgettes. And since the brain cannot distinguish between an actual experience and an imagined experience, it starts believing that. And when it starts believing that, since it must maintain consistency with what it believes about its environment and what it produces, it will start producing courgettes for you easily and naturally. For those who want to learn more about the self-image, this book, Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, is a treasure. I would highly recommend it. And it goes into what the self-image is, the mechanics of it, how it influences you, and also how you can influence your self-image to produce the kind of fruit and vegetables that you want. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, then like the video and subscribe for more content.